What's good? This is JVB representing SPD, and that is sportsperdiem.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know they're not mathematically eliminated, but the season is over. Now, for me, the season was over a few weeks ago. After that Saints game, to me at least, this wasn't a playoff team. But it's time to call a spade a spade. This is not a good football team. They have a pretty good defense, but they have a really shitty offense. And you wouldn't expect that considering the head coach is supposed to be some kind of offensive genius that's supposed to have all these creative ideas and make all of his offensive players, including the quarterback, play well. But indeed, that has not been the case for pretty much his whole tenure here in Chicago so far. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Bears did lose last night, 17-7 to the Los Angeles Rams. I'm sure you guys already knew about that, but the big news coming out of this game was Mitch Trubisky. He was benched late in the fourth quarter for Chase Daniel. Nobody knew why. You know, we just watching the game and we thinking like, what the fuck going on? You know, I know Mitch Trubisky sucks and all, but why now put in Chase Daniel? Well, news came out that Mitch Trubisky got injured. He had a hip injury right before halftime. And during halftime, he was checked by the doctors, and then he came back out there in the third quarter. And I got a few things out of that because you can tell something was up, where all of his passes pretty much were little 1, 2, 3 yard passes to the sideline. It didn't have any power behind it, just a casual game of catch. That's how it looked. So at that point, you know, I don't know if he's injured or not at that point, but Mitch is throwing so many passes to the sideline. And I'm thinking, what kind of fucking offense is this? Yes, looking back at it now, you were hurt, but this shit been going on all season long. This offense is fucking horrible. Matt Nagy should not be looked at as an offensive genius. I don't give a fuck who the quarterback is. I've seen offensive geniuses, and I'm air quoting, but I've seen guys like this make do with what they got at the quarterback position, at the receiver position, at the running back position. They make do. And a lot of times, the offense can function good enough to drive the ball down the field and generate some points. But man, this fucking offense is horrible. This is an east-west offense. All you see is little sideline throws, little weak-ass screens that don't work, little swing passes, all that bullshit. This is the NFL, man. This is not Pop Warner. This is not high school football. And I shouldn't say that because you see a lot of offenses in high school that throw the ball down the field more so than the Chicago Bears offense do. But throw the ball north and south, man. Why are you throwing so many fucking passes to the sideline? For 2 yards, for 3 yards, for 4 yards, for 1 yard, for no yards. This offense is one of the worst in the NFL, man. And I know a lot of people talking shit about the defense. No, the defense is not the defense of last year. Injuries have played a part in that. But on the flip side of that, a lot of offensive coordinators, a lot of head coaches are starting to scheme against Khalil Mack. They're not running plays to Khalil Mack. They're not doing 5, 7-step drops when they see 52 on the field. If they are, you damn sure they're going to have 2 offensive linemen on them, or an offensive lineman and a tight end, or you're going to have the running back chip in, or you're going to have all that shit combined. But you're seeing head coaches take Khalil Mack out the game. Even last night, Sean McVay know what the fuck is up. Maybe not signing Jared Goff to that big-ass contract in the offseason. That's not what's up. Because he is not a good quarterback. And I could have told you this shit 2 years ago when he had his big season. But after that Bears game last year and seeing how his young quarterback has struggled throughout this season, to go along not having Brandon Cooks and also at the last minute not having Robert Woods. So what did Sean McVay do? He ran the fucking ball. I know they had like 52 plays, 50-some plays. They ran the ball over 30 fucking times last night. Because A, that's how you stop a dynamic pass rusher like Khalil Mack. And B, Your quarterback is playing like shit, so help him out. But as I was saying, this defense is not the defense it was a year ago. They are sorely missing Akeem Hicks. Obviously, Danny Trevathan's out. But I can't blame the defense for giving up 13 points, 16 points, 10 points, 17 points. I can't really do it. Yes, the defense have had their moments where they couldn't stop a nosebleed. And we saw the same thing last night at the end of the game. But yes, they've had their moments. But you couldn't tell me that half of the motherfucking coaches in this league would not take the Bears defense to go along with their own offense. If the Bears defense played for a team with a middle of the pack offense, this team may be 6-4. Hell, maybe even better. But I'm not going to show the defense in this one, man. They gave up 17 fucking points. But getting back to Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy and his fucking horrible offense, Mitch Trubisky is not a good quarterback. Breaking news, right? But they played well in that first quarter. Shit, they surprised me. After the last few weeks, they came out strong. They were moving the ball. They were getting first downs. But then there was a problem. The offense stalled. They had to settle for a field goal. Eddie Pinheiro goes out there for like a 40-some-yard field goal. Pushes it. No good. Then on the very next play, the first offensive play for the Los Angeles Rams, Todd Gurley fumbles the ball. The defense did their job and then some. They created a turnover, giving the Bears another opportunity in plus territory. So what ended up happening? Shit. Matt Nagy was already spooked. It was a 4th and 9. It would have been a 48-yard field goal. And he was like, fuck that. Let's go for it. They don't convert. Turnover on downs. Give the ball back to the Rams. And that's when Todd Gurley started percolating. Todd Gurley actually looked like motherfucking Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley hasn't been right all season long. But last night, especially in the first half, Todd Gurley looked like 2017 Todd Gurley. He was running the ball. He was catching the ball. The yards per run wasn't great, but he had some bursts last night. Combine that with Sean McVay being stubborn, sticking with the run, and it paid off. But then the Bears drive the ball down the field again. They get in field goal range, 4th down. They decide to go for a field goal, but guess what? Everybody's hero after week 2, Mr. Eddie Pinheiro, Mr. Eddie Money, Pinheiro Dinero. Well, last night, the bank was fucking closed. Eddie Pinheiro misses yet again another kick. He missed the kick last week. Of course, he missed the game winner in the Chargers game a few weeks ago. Ladies and gentlemen, he is who he's always been. A 70% field goal kicker. That's who he is. Just an average guy. So not only can the Bears find a fucking quarterback, but they can't find a fucking kicker either. They should bring in some fucking free agents tomorrow on Tuesday, have them try out. If any one of them are impressive, kick Eddie Pinheiro ass to the curb and move the fuck on. But the special teams is trash. The offense is trash. The defense is good. But in order to win any fucking game, this defense needs to be great. And unfortunately, that just hasn't been the case. You know, this is a bad team. I don't know who they play next week, but I don't even give a fuck. I think it's the Giants, though. But this team ain't going nowhere. And as far as the Mitch Trubisky situation, him being benched, him being hurt, Matt Nagy, you're the head coach. I'm sure you knew about the Mitch Trubisky injury when he was evaluated during halftime, right? So you're going into the second half. You have an injured quarterback. You're down 10-0, which I guess for this offense it is insurmountable, but you're down 10-0. Your offensive line is fucking trash. They can't create no holes for the running game. You know, Mitch Trubisky is practicing this 2-minute drill. You know, throw the ball to the sideline, let the receiver get out of bounds. The defense is doing all they can to keep you in the fucking game. So if you had the thought of making the playoffs, and you guys should, going into this game, you guys should have that thought. So all that shit that I just said, you got the injured quarterback. Why didn't you bring Chase Daniel into the game a lot sooner? Like the third quarter, instead of 3 minutes left in the fucking fourth quarter. Now, Chase Daniel ain't the future. They know that. I know that. Everybody listening to this shit right now know that. But perhaps he was the right guy to put in the game. He should have been put in the game a lot sooner. He has been in his system a lot longer than Mitch Trubisky has. He showed times in the past that he can drive this offense down the field. So why not just throw him out there? If you still lose, you still lose. But you ain't going no fucking way anyway, so who cares? You know, I'm not one to care for Mitch Trubisky's feelings. You know, he is a good guy. Yeah, that's cool and all, but he hasn't produced on the field. You know, if he's sad, he's sad. If he's down, he's down. He'll be all right. He a grown-ass man. He a multimillionaire. He'll be fine. This is a part of what they get paid for. They get paid to produce, but when they're not playing well, they should be strong enough to take the fucking heat, take the criticism, continue to practice, continue to be a team player, improve their game, get back in there, and shut us all the fuck up. But for Matt Nagy, it's like, you didn't put Chase Daniel in soon enough. And not only that, on a 3rd and 1, with your injured quarterback with a fucked up hip and a fucked up shoulder, you proceed to run an option play? Not only that, you run it on the short side of the field. Even a little kid playing Madden can tell, okay, all these motherfuckers are on this side. I see all this green on that side. I'm going to flip the fucking play around and go the other fucking way. Because there's a better chance that the shit may fucking work. But no, Matt Nagy runs it the wrong fucking way. Shaking my fucking head. And then there was something else that annoyed me. I want to get this out the fucking way. The Bears punt the ball back to the Rams. The little return guy for the Rams gets the ball. Cordero Patterson makes a really good play, right? The problem is, this fool has the audacity to rip off his helmet and look like, yeah, I did that shit. And you know what else you did? You cost the Bears 15 motherfucking yards because you got geeked up for doing your motherfucking job. Like this man just stopped somebody on 4th and inches at the goal line in the Super Bowl. That's what you would have thought. This man going all crazy and shit. Dude, calm the fuck down. I forgot what the score was at the time, but it was like 10-0 or 10-7. Chill the fuck out. And then you had the receivers who couldn't catch the fucking ball. Even Allen Robinson dropped a big pass. When your quarterback is Mitch Trubisky, when he hits you on the numbers, you need to catch that shit. Because odds are, you ain't going to get another chance like that for the rest of the fucking game. And then like Cordero Patterson celebrating after he did his fucking job, you got these guys dropping passes left and right. And then when these guys finally make a catch, they want to signal first down. They want to showboat and all that shit. First of all, y'all ain't did shit all season to be showboating. Get the first down and keep it fucking moving. And then you had Anthony Miller miss a pass, tip the ball, it gets intercepted. You would have thought this man just made the interception because he was the one talking all the shit. Throwing up gang signs and shit. Like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but you made that shit happen. You dropped the fucking pass, bro. Chill the fuck out. But this team is pathetic, man. This offense is a fucking joke. You can only muster up 7 fucking points. The play calling's been trash. The offense has been trash. The kicker is fucking trash. It's just a lost season. That's all it is. So many expectations coming into this season, and this is what they got to show for it. Horrible. But I'm out. I'm done talking about this shit. Like the video and share the video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take it easy. God bless.